we're using the Ashburn, Virginia one today. Instead of New York, and oh yeah, here we go, 90% and all that. We'll go live in a couple minutes. If it breaks up and goes to YouTube, then you'll see we'll start the recording and all that. But if not, then good afternoon. My name is Ron Juckett, and we're going to have a ball game for you. Apologize for the video yesterday breaking up in the middle through. For whatever reason, it doesn't like it when I stream or when I record using just me on the camera and the microphone. I don't know why it breaks up. I'm watching the processor levels, and it's pretty gosh darn high. But it's a new computer year, and hopefully I will find one that's not an aftermarket product. All right, baseball game for you today. I'll go through it when I hit the record button at noontime. It's the Yankees and the Rangers. It's our third opening day game. We'll show standings and all that. It'll be Ron Guidry and John Matlack for you. And so let me call this up. And, Sports Time Machine follow. I got a whole bunch of new. I'm at 40 followers now. Thank you. We'll go through those as the game goes along. So I will put up this slide, and I'll wait for it to turn noon, and I will take a drink. Wife is going to go get lunch during the game. Back's not doing well. Close enough. Let's do this. The following is a presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future, and presented, although you don't see it on the screen, by DigitalDice.com, the best podcast on the internet for your sports simulations and replay needs. Go to DigitalDice.com, find us on Spreaker, iTunes, Spotify, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. Well, we've reached the end of week one of our 1978 Major League Baseball replay, and today we finally feature the world champion New York Yankees. Yes, they didn't open till the fourth day of the season, by God, if you count that Minnesota-Seattle 5-game set to be an opener. And so a dandy pitching matchup. The Yankees, of course, are off the backs of Reggie Jackson, defending world champions, 1977 world champions. This is the year that Ron Guidry went supernova, 25-3. We'll go through the stats in a moment. But the Texas Rangers are kind of an interesting story. This was the first year in the franchise's history, and we're talking also about all the years as the expansion of Washington Senators. Good morning, DJ John. How are you? Where they contended. They were the 9th team in 1978 to finish within 5 games of first place. And so they should, as long as we're going here, contend for the American League West title with California and Kansas City. They aren't remembered, but they're good. And the other thing that Texas has that they didn't have in years past was Ferguson Jenkins, who came over from the Boston Red Sox. But it's John Matlack today, and so you get the Yankees and the Rangers next right here on Retro Sports Network. And on a beautiful 77-degree afternoon, this would not be Scooter White and Mess, it would be Joe and Tony, because I believe this was actually an NBC game. But you get Ron and Ron today, and so as John Matlack, 77 degrees, the wind's blowing from right to left here at the old Turnpike Park at 8 miles an hour. Matlack taking his warm-up tosses. John in 78 would go 15-13 with 1 save and an ERA of 2.30 and 270 innings. He'd allow 252 hits, 14 homers, 51 walks, no, RBI, wrong column, and 157 strikeouts. He is in for the ride of his life today because against him will be one Ron Guidry. Here's the lineup that he'll be facing. Willie Randolph leads off at second base. Mickey Rivers, who will get used to the Arlington sun very soon, is in center and will bat second. What the hell is Thurman Munson being a DH for? He'll bat third. You'll wonder why Billy Martin got fired. Reggie Jackson, the straw that stirs the drink, cleans up and right. Lou Piniella is in left. He'll bat fifth. Heathcliff Johnson, the catcher, will bat sixth. Chris Chambliss is at first. He'll bat seventh. Craig Nettles, the third baseman, bats eighth. You know who you don't see in that lineup is Roy White. And Bucky Dent, or he who must not be named, will try not to do that joke 6,000 times this year, will bat ninth and play short. Defensively around Matlack, Al Oliver is in left. He's a 5 and a 7. And another one of the big reasons why the Rangers contended in 78. Juan Beniquez, a 9 and a 7 in center. Richie Zisk, yeah, I'll get it right at some point. A 4 and 4 in right. Born to be a DH was Richie. Toby Harrah is a 5 at third. And I think one of the only original Washington Senators to play for Texas at this point. Bert Campaneris is an 8 at short. Can't hit to save his life, but he's an 8 at short. Bump Wills is a 7 at second. Mike Hargrove is an 8 at first. And Jim Sundberg is extremely good behind the plate. He is a 10 and a 9. And so Willie Randolph steps to the plate at 279, 3 homers and 42 RBI. And Matlack's ready, and so are we. Here we go, and there's a liner up the middle for a base hit, and Randolph starts the Yankee year with a single. That's how you do it if you're a Yankee fan. Here's Mickey Rivers, 265, 11 homers, and 48 RBI. Randolph can steal. He shouldn't here. Computers running the Yankees, I'm running the Rangers. Matlack delivers, and Rivers, ground ball to Will, should be 2, can't be for 1, and they're not going to throw. So Rivers reaches on the 4-6 fielder's choice, and that was a smart move on Campaneris' part. Rivers has good wheels, and that brings up the DH Thurman Munson. 297, 6 homers, and 71 RBI. Matlack deals. Munson, ground ball up the middle. Wills to Campaneris for 1, over to Hargrove, and they turn it. Bump Wills, just watch that go off the bat, grabbed it behind the bag, flipped it to Campy covering, and that's a 4-6-3. No runs, 1 hit, and no errors. We've played half an inning in Arlington. The Yankees, nothing. Here come the Rangers. Oops, that's not what I wanted. And just to show that we're going the standings, none of the Saturday games have been played yet. You can see Kansas City, Texas, Cleveland, and New York have not played in the American League. That will be rectified today. Everyone else has played, and the Twins are 3-0. They have just pounded the Mariners 21-9. Houston, behind Bob Watson's 2 homers and 7 RBI, has a half-game lead in the West. And you can see everything but Toronto, I believe. So here is Ron Guidry in his magnificent year, 25-3, with an ERA of 1.74. ID, I don't believe is here unless he said hi. 273 and 2/3 innings, 187 hits allowed. That's incredible. That's an average against of 193. He only allowed 13 homers. He walked 72 and struck out 248, including one game against the Angels where he whiffed 17. The lineup he will face. Mike Hargrove leads off at first. Here's a good mistake for the Rangers. Bert Campaneris, who also can't hit, is the shortstop. He'll bat second. Al Oliver will bat third and left. Richie Zisk is the right fielder. He cleans up, and he's a good one. Toby Harrah will bat fifth and play third. Kurt Bavacqua, the DH, bats sixth. Juan Beniquez, the center fielder, bats seventh. Bump Wills, the second baseman, goes eighth, and Jim Sundberg, the catcher, will bat ninth. Matlack not Andy Griffith, but John Matlack, only threw 9 pitches. That double play was really, really handy. Defensively for the Yankees, Lou Piniella, a 6-2 in left. Mickey Rivers, an 8-5 in center. Reggie Jackson, a 6-8 in right. Craig Nettles, who pretty much single-handedly won this World Series, a 10 at third. Dent, a 6 at short. Willie Randolph, a 7 at second. And Chris Chambliss is an excellent first baseman. He's a 10. And look at that fielding percentage, a 9.97. Behind the plate, Heathcliff Johnson, a 3 and a 4. We'll see if the Rangers have any speed. How you doing, Tribe fan? Nice to have you along. DJ John says in his replay the M's won 4 out of 5 from the Twins using Strat Advance with some super. You can. I mean, the Twins pitching is not great, and if you do buy as played or as rostered, Mr. Marshall is not there yet. So if the Twins can get a good record going before they get him to anchor that bullpen, the Twins might have a chance. Hargrove, did I give you the numbers? If I did, I forgot. 251, 7 homers, 40 RBI. Guidry is ready, and this is going to be a big, big year for Ron. He delivers, and Hargrove, ground ball to third. Nettles along the line over to first, one away. Told you Craig was good. They're going to play in for Campy, 186. A homer and 17 RBI. Demos made it to Twitch. Glad you could join us. And yeah, we're going to bunt. Guidry delivers. Campaneris bunts it foul. And the count goes to 0-2. So a bit live baseball Tuesdays and Thursdays at noon. Here come the Twitch puns. Hey, this is stuff you don't get on your Fortnite and Minecraft streams, okay? 0-2 to Campy, Guidry, and there's a bit, really? There's a base hit. There you go. So Campaneris is on first with a single, and that'll bring up Al Oliver, 324, 14 homers, and 89 RBI. And you bet we're stealing Campaneris. Runner goes. Johnson's just going to eat it, sign it, and throw it back in. So Campaneris gets his first steal. Would you get the itch? Go to Twitch. Thank you, Nipsey Russell. So 1-0 count to Oliver. Pitch from Guidry. Oliver struck him out. 96-mile-an-hour fastball from Guidry is swung on and missed, and that's his first of the year. And that'll bring up Richie Zisk at 262, 22 homers, and 85 RBI. Zisk, if his bat gets good, the Rangers really do have a chance. The West was not as strong as we thought. Kansas City, of course, and the Yankees had that rivalry. But California and the Rangers are close, and in fact, the Angels would win the division in '79. Runner goes, ground ball to Chambliss, takes it to the bag himself, and that will retire the side. The hit does nothing. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left after 1. It's the Yankees nothing, the Rangers nothing. I think the games next week, the live ones will be the Yankees and the Brewers. Twitch meets baseball demos, and life will never be the same. I believe the games next week, the live ones, will be the Yankees and the Brewers from Milwaukee. And the other live game will be Texas and Boston. And the tape game is going to be... No, I think Texas and Boston is the tape game. The live game, other one, is going to be St. Louis and Philadelphia. From the vet. So Tuesday will be, I think, don't hold me to that, but those are the 3 I think I marked. Speaking of marking, here's Reggie Jackson, 274, 27 home runs, and 97 RBI. Matlack better be careful. Here's the pitch. Got him! An 0-2 cutter for strike 3. Here's Sweet Lou Piniella, 314, 6 homers, and 69 RBI. Big whoop from this crowd in Texas. 77 degrees, and you can see that wind going from right to left at 8. Piniella, sharp, grounded to Hargrove. Takes it to the bag himself for the out, 2 away. This is not going to be a high-scoring game. Johnson, by the way, 184, 6 homers, and 19 RBI. Padres had a decent 78 season. Gaylord Perry won 21. Perry pitched the opener yesterday for San Diego and held the Giants. So you see my sister beating me at Words with Friends. To 4 hits through 7. Thank you. Matlack deals. Johnson, ground ball to Hargrove. Takes to the bag himself for the out. And that will take care of the inning. And no runs, no hits, no errors. Inning and a half in the books. There's still no score from Texas. Toby Harrah, Kurt Bavacqua, the bubblegum champion, and Juan Beniquez will bat for the Rangers here in the second. And bump Wills if anybody should reach. Toby at 229. 12 homers and 59 RBI. Guidry delivers, and Harris sends that one into right center. Reggie moves to his left and makes the catch for the out. Bavacqua at 221. This picture was taken at Yankee Stadium. I recognize that clock anywhere. 222. 6 homers and 30 RBI. Pitch from Guidry. Bavacqua into left. Back goes Piniella to the track in the corner and makes the catch for the out. 2 away. That brings up Juan Beniquez at 260, 11 homers and 50 RBI and a whole bunch of Jerry curl. Guidry delivers and Beniquez strikes out. He got him. He looked at one of those fastballs right down Broadway, and Guidry, used to pitching in warm weather, gets the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 2, New York nothing, the Rangers nothing. Harrah is indeed, as Baseball Demos brings out, a palindrome, one of those odd names that spells the same forwards or backwards. Harrah. So let's take a first look at who's the new followers here. Sports Time Machine, Eddie Ballgame, and Slider 916 have joined the crowd here. Thank you so much. It'll be Chambliss, Nettles, and Dent. Chambliss at 274, 12 homers and 90 RBI. Matlack, 19 pitches through 2. And Chambliss starts the third, a number down to third. Harrah over to Hargrove on a bang-banger, and they got him. Chambliss got out of the box a little late, and Billy Martin didn't like that. Martin, of course, managed both of these teams at one point. Nettles, a rare shot with him with the Yankees, just looking so happy and dapper. 276 also had 27 homers and 93 RBI. Okay, Mike Hargrove's last legal first name is not Mike. Is it Lynn? No cheating at Baseball Reference for those of you watching. Pitch to Nettles, and there's a high fly ball to right. Zisk in the corner makes the catch. 2 away for Bucky Dent. 243, 5 homers, and 40 RBI. Matlack deals, and Dent ground ball to Wills over to first, and the side is retired. So the Yankees go down in order. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 2.5, there's still no score. Bump Wills at 250, 9 homers and 57 RBI, followed by Jim Sundberg and Mike Hargrove. And maybe by that point, I'll tell you what his legal name is. If it's Ron Guidry, I'll laugh. Wills is not going to bunt. Chambliss and Nettles come in. Pitch to Bump. There's a base hit up the middle, and that's the second hit for the Rangers. All right, well, I will not say that until he's at the plate. But you can see it in the chat. Jim Sundberg at 278, 6 homers and 58 RBI. If you're wondering, not really a good hit-and-run threat. So for the moment, Wills being held on by Chambliss. And Guidry Little pitch to Sundberg. Jim up the middle. Here comes Rivers. He's got it. Snap throw to first, and Bump Wills dove back in. So that's a new wrinkle this year. And so there we go. I'll get to the pun in a moment. Up to the plate comes Dudley Michael Hargrove, who was 0 for 1. Ron Guidry threw 9 batters, 38 pitches, 2 1/3 innings, 2 hits and 2 strikeouts. Now let's see if Dudley can do it right. If not, Nell's riding the horse, or is volunteering to be the gator that Ron Guidry wants to wrestle. Throw to first, Wills is back. Pitch to Hargrove. Snap throw down from Johnson, and they got him! How about that? Wills took too big of a lead, and Dudley may do right at the plate, but Bump did do wrong on the base paths. Johnson picked him off. It goes 3-2 or 2-3 on the card. And a 1-0 count to Hargrove. That's new. I've not seen that in Action PC Baseball. Pitch to Hargrove, ball 4. These games go slow enough. He was the first human rain delay for sure. Burnt Campaneris and matched wits. Singled and stole a base his first time up. Hargrove takes a moment to adjust the batting gloves on first, and Guidry goes, "Do you mind?" Take a drink, clear my throat. Yes. Throw to first. Hargrove's back. Hargrove laughs. So does Campaneris. Pitch from the Gator. Got him! Right down Broadway on a full count pitch, and Campaneris just didn't even take the bat off his shoulders. No runs, a hit, no errors. The picked off runner, a big deal. After 3, no score. Take a sip of my coffee. John Matlack takes the mound for the 4th. First 9 in 3 innings. That's efficient. 30 pitches. 3 innings, a hit, and a strikeout. Willie Randolph had the hit. Matlack deals, and Randolph strikes out. He swung on and missed an 89-mile-an-hour cutter, and there's one away. Second strikeout for Matlack. You got to think, up until at that point, Matlack was the last good pitcher the Mets developed for a while. But getting out of New York probably was a good thing for a guy that was pretty calm, cool, and collected. Mickey Rivers is 0 for 1. Matlack deals. Into right center. Back goes Isk to make the catch. 2 away. Thurman Munson grounded into a double play his first time up. 2 out, nobody on. Top the 4th. And there's a ground ball up the middle that's going to get past a diving Campaneris, and Matlack is hurt. Uh-oh. Matlack says, "I'm done." And boy, this game has just had a huge wrinkle. Texas has got to go to their bullpen. Now, Ferguson Jenkins doesn't start till the 25th. He's on the active roster. Oops, I'm giving time to warm up. Okay. So it's going to be Ferguson Jenkins, and he has all the time he needs to warm up. Wind is now blowing in from right at 11. And the temperature now is a very pleasant 79 degrees. Fergie did have 4 relief appearances in 1978. He goes 18-8, and now is a pitcher of record here today with a 3.04 ERA. And 249 innings as he throws his warm-up pitches. Reggie Jackson, by the way, on deck. He allowed 228 hits, 21 homers. He walked 41 and struck out 157. Jackson struck out his first time up against Matlack and is ready. And so are we. Munson on first, 2 out, top the 4th. Here comes the pitch, and there's a fly ball to right. Back goes Zisk, and that's off the wall. Munson will round third. They will not throw home. Reggie will hold at second. That is a double, and the Yankees lead at 1-0. What a spot to put Ferguson Jenkins in with a runner on. But he has 80 pitches. He could probably finish this game. Now the Rangers need to get something off of Guidry. Lou Piniella's 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. Lou into left field. That's going to drop for a base hit. Jackson rounds third and scores, and it's 2-0 New York. So the Rangers kind of are stunned. Matlack can't finish the game or the 4th inning, as the trainers tend to him, and Ferguson Jenkins' first 2 pitches have been laced in for base hits. Here's Cliff Johnson. He's 0 for 1. Pitch from Fergie. Then that was Fergie-licious into right center. Benitez comes in to make the catch to retire the side, but the damage is done. Matlack is hurt, and the Yankees score 2 runs on 3 hits and no errors. 3.5 in the books. It is the Yankees 2, the Rangers nothing. Oliver, Zisk, and Hara due up here in the 4th. Oliver is one of Guidry's 3 strikeout victims. Ground ball to second. Randolph over to Chambliss for the out. Now remember, if the Yankees do win the division, that Randolph will not play in the playoffs. He was hurt. Brian Doyle, or Brother Denny, would get that honor. So the Yankees need all the production they can out of Willie while they have him. Here's Richie Zisk. He's 0 for 1. Pitch from Guidry. Ball 4. First walk, or second walk rather, for Zisk. Brings up Toby Palindrome. You know, that's kind of an oxymoron, that a palindrome is not a palindrome. Can I go down? I can. Let me make sure I get all these in. PJ Marr, thanks for the follow. Speed Coach 1992. And B. Bedison and Daysvid Baseball 77. Injury, since it's an as-played replay, it's only the same game. We don't mess around with those, so he'll make whenever his next scheduled start is, he'll make it. 1 out for Hara. Throw to first. Zisk isn't going anywhere. Zisk looks over at Guidry going, really? Really? You think so? Pitch to Hara. Ball 4. And so the Rangers have the tying run on base and 1 out for Bavacqua, who's 0 for 1. Pitch from Guidry. Bavacqua. Infield fly rule is called. Randolph says, I've got it. And he does for the 2nd out. So 2 out for Benitez, who struck out his first time up. Guidry, 5 base runners, 2 hits. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball. Dent has it. He'll flip it to Randolph for the force at second, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. We've played 4, and I've only thought of Bucky's proper middle name about 2 or 3 times. It's a long year. After 4, 2-0 Yankees. It'll be Chambliss, Nettles, and Russell Dent here to face Fergie in the 5th. Chambliss is 0 for 1. Yankees got 2 off of Matlack and Jenkins in the 4th. Pitch from Ferguson, and that's a high fly ball to right, but Zisk takes advantage of that wind blowing in for the out. 1 away. Greg Nettles is 0 for 1. I wonder if my wife is looking at the clock and realizing this is now the time to go be getting food. Pitch from Fergie, and there's a little looper that's going to get in and right center for a base hit. Bucky Dent at the plate is 0 for 1. And the Rangers will play for the bunt. So Hara and Hargrove come in. If you're wondering about the 86 football replay, well, join us at noon for Twitch Football Sunday the next few weeks, as we will finish the regular season and do all 9 Sundays for the postseason. That's this spring right here on Retro Sports Network. Saturday, a Twitch Football special at noon Eastern, the National Championship pre-play. Watch Uncle Ron botch the Louisiana State Tigers and the Clemson Tigers from the Superdome in New Orleans. That's Saturday at noon. No, I mean, that's fine. We know who you are. Pitch to Dent. Dent does not bunt. He drives that one through the hole on the left side for a base hit. So Nettles squeaks over to third. And it's runners in the corners and 1 out for Randolph, who was 1 for 2 with the strikeout. Jenkins is given up 4 hits in 2/3 of an inning, and the Yankees have 6 overall. Pitch right back to Fergie. Throws to Wills for 1. Over to Hargrove. Randolph has wheels, but they turn it. How about that? 1, 6, 3, and halfway home. It's the Yankees 2. The Rangers, nothing. We'll call up the box score. And I'm going to mute myself for just a minute. I hear the bathroom light on, so she's getting ready to leave. Well, here's a scoring summary. John Matlack is injured and out for the day. Reggie Jackson and Lou Piniella got those off of Ferguson Jenkins. And the final line for Matlack, 3 2/3 innings, 2 hits, a run, it was earned, and 2 strikeouts. Guidry has thrown a lot of pitches. I don't see him going the distance. Remember, that 69 is through 4. And at the plate, no errors, and a good day for Bump Wills. So it'll be Will, Sundberg, and Highgrove. They play in for the bunt, so we won't. Guidry ready to start the bottom of the 5th. Got him! He looked at an 0-2 off-speed pitch for strike 3. And that's 4 for the Gator. Here's Sundberg. 0 for 1. Guidry's pitching well, throwing a lot of pitches. 73. 1 out, bottom of the 5th. And there's a liner. It's going to go all the way to the wall in right center. Sundberg doesn't even stop at second. He's into third standing. And that is a triple. And again, that brings up Mike Hargrove. And I'll take a drink. Oh, there's a couple more I gotta mention. Higher Ground Gaming, thanks for the follow, Eric. And BR Load 1217. Thank you so much. What? What? You want the game? Okay. Here's Highgrove. He walked. He's 0 for 1. Guidry threw 18 batters, 76 pitches, 4 1/3 innings, 3 hits, 3 walks, and 4 strikeouts. Pitch from Guidry. Ground ball to Randolph. Sundberg is going home. The throw to first is good, and the Rangers are on the board. So they trade the out for the run, and with 2 out in the bottom of the 5th, it's 2-1 New York. David McLeod subs to the YouTube channel. You believe, my friend, are number 492. At 1,000, and that's when Columbus sailed the ocean blue. Campaneris, 1 for 2. He has singled, struck out, and stole a base. And there's a line drive into right center field. That's a base hit, and Campy's on. So the tying run is on, 2 out for Al Oliver, who is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. And this time we're going to hit and or run. Let's see what they can do with Guidry here. Pitch, runner goes. Oliver, ground ball, base hit, left side. Campaneris goes to third. Dent made a poor play. He saw the runner go and then realized it was a hit and run and got a late jump. So Campaneris at third, Oliver on first, and Richie Zisk at the plate with 2 out. So the tying run is on, and Guidry finally getting into some trouble here in the 5th. Johnson and Guidry trying to get on the same page. Zisk into left center field. Back goes Piniella, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. A run on 3 hits and no errors. After 5, it's the Yankees 2, the Rangers 1. And that'll bring up Mickey Rivers, who's 0 for 2. Munson and Jackson to follow. Now, somebody in the comments in the last couple days suggested, it was so nice not to see a Yankee game. It's 1978. They're the world champions. If the Yankees and Red Sox aren't the teams you want to see, this is not the replay for you. You won't see them every time, but I would imagine that. All right, see you in a bit. You can leave it open. They are going to be featured an awful lot. And I apologize in advance. Yep, Baseball Demos is a legend no matter what names he used. And that'll be kind of cool to see that All-Star game. That was actually played at Yankee Stadium. Anyway, Jenkins delivers to Rivers, and there's a pop-up left side. Campaneris on the grass will make the catch for the out. Thurman Munson is 1 for 2. He is singled, scored, and grounded into a double play. Fergie deals, and Munson ground ball to Campaneris over to Hargrove for the out, 2 away. Here's Reggie Jackson. His double led to one of the 2 runs for the Yankees in the 4th. The pitch. Reggie slams this one deep to right field. Back goes Zisk, and that's gone. So the straw that stirs the drink decided that Dr. Pepper would be a good place to start, and Reggie homers into right center field. 3-1 New York. Here's the pitch, and that was just blasted. All Zisk could do was turn and watch it go. And the Yankees take a 2-run lead again, 3-1. 3 runs, 7 hits. No errors for the Yankees. They'd left 2 on. The Rangers a run on 5 hits. No errors, and they have stranded 6. Piniella, 1 for 2, has an RBI single. Jenkins delivers, and that's popped up left side. Campaneris is going to get all 3 chances here, and he'll make that catch, and that will retire the side. A run on a hit. The solo shot by Jackson makes it 3-1 Yankees after 5.5. Toby Harrah, Kurt Bavacqua, and Juan Beniquez here in the bottom of the 6th. Toby 0 for 1 with a walk. Guidry delivers, and there's a ground ball. Now it's a liner in the left field. Harrah's going for 2, and the slide is in time. Not in time. Not in time. Harrah is safe, and that'll bring up Bavacqua. So the Rangers strike right back on to Guidry. And I imagine at this rate, because Guidry has not been terrible, but not been what you'd expect from Guidry, is that we will see before too much longer the biggest acquisition the Yankees made in 1977-78, and that is Goose Gossage. Demos tells us, adding even more to his already crowded replay plate, he just received the 2019 Status Pro cards with all the extra players. Lots of unperforating and collating, and we hope that Manic Monday comes back soon. Pitch to Bavacqua into center field. Rivers goes over, makes the catch. Harrell will tag and go to third without a throw. And there's one out for Beniquez, who's 0 for 2 with the strikeout. We hope to be taping a new episode of Digital Dice today. Going to go into what P-Jet suggested, an actual replay versus a what-if replay, the pros and cons of both. That's on Digital Dice. Taping hopefully today, Thursday, this 9th day of January 2020. Pitch to Beniquez. Got him! A 1-2 off speed, looked at strike 3, and that's 5 for Guidry. Brings up Bump Wills, who is 1 for 2 with a strikeout. Got himself a single. Guidry deals Wills up the middle. What a stop by Dent. Behind the bag. Long throw to Chambliss, and that saved a run. No doubt about it. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. After 6, it's the Yankees 3, the Rangers 1. It'll be Johnson, Chambliss, and Nettles. So Manic Monday will either be the 77 All-Star Game or Nats 2019 opening day on Status Pro. Davey Johnson looks like a pure genius now, doesn't he? And glad to see Daniel Hudson stay for a couple more years. Johnson's 0 for 2, Chambliss and Nettles to follow as we play the top of the 7th. And there's a liner that's going to go all the way to the wall in right center, and Cliff Johnson, of all people, has himself a double. So Fergie Jenkins' Texas debut is not a good one. 6 hits through 2 1/3 innings. Here's Chambliss. Chris is 0 for 2. Here's the pitch. Got him. 0-2, strike 3 called on a 79 mile an hour curve. Here's Nettles. He's 1 for 2. Got himself a single. Here's the pitch. High fly ball to right. Back goes Zisk, and all he'll do is turn and watch it go. Nettles sends that one 2/3 of the way up the single deck here in right center field, and it's 5-1 New York. That ball was crushed. Nothing halfway about that one. Says 374. That was more like 424. And it's 5-1 Yankees. DJ John chimes in. There are pluses and minuses to both as played and what if. I enjoyed Dave. Yeah, his Tom Brady playing for the Dolphins. That was fun. And I like the team signing, says Baseball Demos. He can platoon with Kendrick and or Zimmerman at first. Wanted into that clubhouse, and that says a lot. Here is Russell. Bucky is 1 for 2. Got himself a single. Right back to Fergie over to first for the out. If you're new, you get to hear the new organist in a moment. Willie Randolph is 1 for 3. Grounded into a double play. Has a single and a strikeout. Pitch from Jenkins. Struck him out. And you know what that is. It's a new organ this year. Goes right in there. You know the ad. Thanks to all my Patreons, including Baseball Demos and DJ John, now Red Sox fan, Dale Lonsdale, you know who you are. Patreon.com/RetroSportsNetwork. $10 gets you the game of your choice. Should never have let Ray from the Doors be the organist, but oh well. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors for the Yankees here in the top of the 7th. We go to the bottom of the 7th, and it's 5-1 with the Nettles homer. I bet Josh Donaldson goes to the Nationals. They really don't have anybody to play third. Sundberg tripled, stand-up tripled and scored the lone run for the Rangers in the 5th. Pitch from Guidry. There's a ground ball, Dent by the bag at second, over to first for the out. Still looking like I think you would see Goose Gossage come in the ballgame. Guidry threw 27 batters, 114 pitches, 6 1/3 innings, 6 hits, 3 walks, and 5 strikeouts. Hargrove 0 for 2 and the earned run. Hargrove 0 for 2. He has walked and driven in a run on a fielder's choice. And this time it's right back to the Gator over to first for the out. So 2 out for Campaneris, who's 2 for 3. He is singled, struck out, and stole a base. And this time he pops it up left side, Nettles into foul territory, and he makes the catch. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 7, Yankees 5, Rangers 1. So Mickey Rivers, Thurman Munson, and Reggie Jackson. And pitch count-wise, Fergie's only halfway home. Don't want to burn that bullpen if you don't need to. It's a long, long season. 4 of those 5 runs have been charged to Jenkins, and they've all been earned. Pitch to Rivers. Sharp ground ball to Hargrove. He flips it to Jenkins, covering for the out. Brings up Thurman Munson, 1 for 3. Grounded into a double play, singled and scored. So we said Yankees and I think Milwaukee midweek. That's the Tuesday game. Tape game, I believe, is Texas-Boston. The YouTube game of the week. And then Thursday will be the Cardinals and the Phillies, I think, from St. Louis. Pitch to Munson. Ground ball to Hargrove. Takes it to the bag himself for the out. 2 away. And Jenkins' best inning by far. 4 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs, 2 homers. Jackson, who hit 1 at the plate, and Nettles, and 2 strikeouts. Reggie 2 for 3. He's got a double and a home run. And he started off 1978 the way he finished 1977, on fire. Center field, Benitez retires this, or Campaneris, and it dropped between them. Wow, the wind is coming in now from right center at 11, and I don't think Benitez thought it was going to blow it around. And what should have been an out is the 10th hit for the Yankees. I don't think they get around to Jackson again, but he needs a triple for the cycle. Here's Sweet Lou. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI. I honestly think that this, in a card and dice replay, that the 78 Brewers, the majority of the time, are going to win the American League East. Their starting pitching is too good. Yeah, Figueroa, who you won't see in this series, won 20 games for the Yankees and is just the ultimate contact pitcher. But outside of that, they had to bring up Jim Beatty mid-year. Catfish Hunter is a shell of his former self. Although my first ever sim no-hitter was thrown by Catfish Hunter. Pitch to Piniella. Ground ball to Wills. He flings it over to Hargrove, and that will retire the side. Yankees do not score, but they get their 10th hit. And they leave a man on after 7.5. It's 5-1 New York. 5 runs, 10 hits. They've left 3 on. Actually, Jackson was forced. Rangers have a 1 run on 6 hits and no errors, and they've left 7 on. And Guidry pretty much in relief of himself. Oliver 1 for 3 with a strikeout. Zisk and Hara to follow. Pitch from Guidry. Ground ball to Nettles. Over to Chambliss for the out. 1 away. So let's see if... No, Chambliss got it. It was a low throw and he dug it out. 1 out for Zisk, who's 0 for 2. So we'll see how long Martin leaves Guidry in for. All that matters in the stat column is that W is going to get a 1 there. Unless the Rangers make a massive comeback. And that, if you don't think you can do it off of Guidry, you certainly aren't going to be able to do it off of Gossage. Right back to Guidry. Zisk just slams the bat. That was an excuse me swing, and Guidry made the John Davidson save. So 2 out. I'd say Billy Smith, but there'd be a slash involved. 2 out for Hara, and Guidry actually now leaves himself in line that he might come out and pitch the 9th. Hara 1 for 2 with a double and a walk. Pitch to get from Guidry. Hara into right field. Back goes Jackson, and Reggie will make the catch at the base of the track. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the top of the 9th. It's the Yankees 5, the Rangers 1. So Cliff Johnson, who had himself a double. Cliff Johnson actually had a real-life triple. That's amazing. 1 for 3 with a run scored. Jenkins in relief of an injured John Matlack. Center field, Beniquez, 1 out. Here's Chambliss. Chris is 0 for 3 on opening day with a strikeout. So football for you Saturday and Sunday at noon. National Championship pre-play, LSU and Clemson. And then the resumption of our 78 Pro Football replay Sunday at noon. Live on Twitch, same day on the tube. And Chambliss strikes out. He got him on a 1-2 pitch at 87, and Chambliss swung right through it. So 3 strikeouts for Fergie. And that'll bring up Craig Nettles, whose 2-run shot in the 7th pretty much salted the game away. We'll see about Bavacqua, Beniquez, and Wills in the bottom of the 9th. Pitch from Jenkins, and Nettles slaps that one into right field for a base hit. 11th hit for the Yankees, 9th given up by Fergie. Brings up Mr. Dent, who was 1 for 3 with a single. Pitch. Bucky sends that one into left. Oliver makes the catch to retire the side. No runs, a hit, no errors. Guidry's going to get the shot here at the complete game. After 8.5, 5-1 New York. We take some looks, and it's going to be Sandy Alomar Sr. Or Sandy Alomar. 207 with an RBI. I think he went over in the Bobby Bonds trade with Chicago, if I'm not mistaken. But he hits lefties at 267 clip, and Guidry is in need of lefty. Here's the pitch. Alomar, strike 3. He got away from Johnson. He throws to Chambliss for the out. So it's the 6th strikeout for the Gator, and it goes on the card 2-3. Beniquez will stay in the ball game. He's 0 for 3. He has struck out twice. We'll run the rest of the day for you after this one's done, and then call it a stream and hopefully have some lunch. Pitch to Beniquez into center. Rivers moves over. 2 out. So Guidry at 141 pitches is probably going to get the complete game. Bump Wills is 1 for 3. He is singled and struck out. And the Yankees, at least for one day, are pretty happy with how they're defending their world championship. Up the middle, base hit. You're welcome. And Kenny Clay will come in to pitch. Guidry gets a standing ovation as he comes off the mound. He did yeoman's work. Gossage loosening in the Yankee pen. Kenny Clay is not the answer to much. 3-4 in 78. This is not a save situation. A 4.28 ERA, 75 2/3 innings, 89 hits. He gave up 3 home runs. Walked 21 and struck out 32. And Sundberg is 1 for 3. He's got himself a triple. Yeah, I wouldn't give Josh Donaldson 4 years for sure. Wills isn't going anywhere. Sundberg ground ball to Randolph, and that was pretty painless. So the Yankees start 78 in the win column. They beat the Rangers 5-1. And so let's go through it really quick. Reggie Jackson is our Digital Dice MVP. He goes 2 for 3. He had a double, a single, a home run. He drove in 2, and that's a good way to start. Greg Nettles with the other big home run. That came in the 7th. And for the Rangers, Bert Campaneris was their offensive star. And if Bert Campaneris is your offensive star, you're in a world of hurt. So Ron Guidry gets the win, 8 2/3 innings, 7 hits allowed. He gave up a run. It was earned. He walked 3 and struck out 6. And he had minus stuff. That's minus stuff. The American League is in deep, deep doo-doo. John Matlock takes the hard luck loss. He was hurt. 3 2/3 innings, 2 hits, a run. It was earned and struck out 2. Jenkins, 5 1/3 innings of work out of the pen. 9 hits, 4 runs all earned. The 2 homers, 1 to Jackson, 1 to Nettles. And he struck out 3. It is definitely time to go have a Reggie Bar. And the game gives the MVP to Guidry. I'm going to give it to Reggie Jackson because that home run was huge. I'm that button. And so we'll play the rest of the day. Thanks, John. Here come the scores for the rest of the day. The Blue Jays beat the Tigers 4-2. Mets start off 2-0. They beat the Expos 3-2. Nino Espinosa and you gets the win. Stearns with a triple and 2 walks. Atlanta and Dick Ruthven beat Tommy John 7-3. The White Sox beat the Red Sox 4-1. Baltimore 12, Milwaukee 4. Philadelphia down St. Louis 4-2, so that game will be in St. Louis. Larry Christensen gets the win. San Diego goes to 2-0. They beat the Giants 3-2. Gene Tenace with 2 home runs. California behind Nolan Ryan 5-1, and Minnesota goes to 4-0. They beat Seattle. Don't spit, Ronnie, 4-2. Thormsgaard gets the win. Carew 3 for 4 with 2 RBI. I looked at it. I've started this replay 18,000 times, and Jenkins does not start till April 25th. Highlights on the day. Dick Ruthven for Atlanta, 8 innings, 3 hits, and 6 strikeouts. St. Louis, in their loss to Philadelphia, committed 4 errors. Nolan Ryan struck out 15. Didn't give up a run. And that's the highlights of the day. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Ron Juckett. Saturday, we'll be with you for some football. The Tigers versus the Tigers. Until then, we'll talk to you the next time. Have yourself a great day.